that him standing in a Mac? Okay. Oh, right. What going people names? So this is part 3.5 of the Purple Journey. So before I dive into 1981, this is some additional content from the 1980 era. So the last one we looked at in the last part was Prince in his Dirty Mind era, and I guess I loved the album. To be fair, I really liked, particularly number 2, when you were mine, Do It All Night, got a broken heart again. Uptown was cool. Head, really liked Head. Sister, we've had quite a good conversation about Sister though, so my initial response to Sister probably isn't the same as what it was. Well, it's probably not something that I really want to listen to again, but I think understanding the story about it a bit more was a little bit more. Well, there were various different interpretations, which was interesting to hear all of those different things. And then Party Up. Party Up was an absolute jam, and such a great message, I think, for like now as well. Additionally to that, there were some bonus things that Samantha had put on here. So 5 different things. You've got the music video for Dirty Mind, which is loaded to play now. You've got the music video for Uptown. You've got a TV performance on Saturday Night Live. Now there is a full concert of the Dirty Mind tour. So I think what I'll probably do is I'll probably do the 4 of these, the 2 music videos, the TV performance, and the B-side track, and then I'll probably do the concert reaction tomorrow because it's quite late here now. For any kind of whooping and a hoopering. Hopping and a wallet. Anyway, making noise. So the first thing is the music video for Dirty Mind. So let's see what. It's already starting with the drum kit that's got Prince smeared in Prince, like sprayed in spray paint. It's quite edgy. Is that him standing in a Mac? Okay. Oh, right. Okay. He was toned as hell, wasn't he? think Prince is gonna do? He gonna dance. I keep thinking of what does this song remind me of? I'm sure I said Frankie so relaxed in my reaction. Is that what I'm thinking of? You know I love Messin song. Do you know what? Yeah, because I remember when I was reacting to this, I was like, I liked it, but it didn't necessarily grab me as much as the rest of the album did. Listening to it again, I actually do like this tune. It's that like I like a good synth sound, and oh, do you know what I've just realised as well? He's actually wearing in the in that performance. He's actually wearing what's on the front cover of the album, or there and thereabouts. Because I was thinking about this because when I was working the thumbnail, just in case any of the the content police were like, that's a bit too close. There's too much navel to crotchal hair. I kind of cropped out some of it, and I've just realised it is actually that's what he's wearing in the music video. I mean, the one thing, well, I said the one thing he's gonna do is dance. I guess the other one thing he's gonna do is he's gonna shock. He's actually, and I feel like this is definitely within his kind of pushing the boat out era. Gonna push the lines and see how far we can push them and kind of shock a little bit. And I think also play into the fact that I'm kind of this ambiguous looking kind of guy with these thigh high boots. Well, I don't know whether they are called. I know that they were called tangas. I don't know men you could wear tangas, but or just a thong and a trench coat. Which I know that there's certain things about trench coats that people make like comments about. So I definitely don't think he's channeling that, but I think it's definitely, as I pushing the envelope, isn't it? And I guess wanting to shock a little bit. There's definitely, I mean, I say definitely. No one can ever really say exactly what was going through Prince's mind, but it's interesting that you would wear an outfit like that, which is basically no clothes. There's no clothes there, and it definitely and not shy at all to be dancing the same way and kicking up his leg and doing the splits and showing off the thong and the thong. I won't say this is my favorite hairstyle. I will say that, like as much as I love Prince, I'm not feeling the hairstyle. It's not really my bag, but it's not my head. So there's probably bare people that don't like my girls, so it's absolutely fine. But yeah, I'm not really feeling that. But I think in terms of the tune, I actually like the song more, and I've heard it another time through. It's just a cool little vibe, and it does really scream 80s to me as well. Like it really, really does. So yeah, I really like that. And so the next thing that's on here is the music video for Uptown. Uptown girl, you'll be living in an uptown world. Alright, up. You to Uptown. You to store shots. I think I did mention that actually. I may even put a clip of that in here to explain what I meant about the Uptown. But then again, if you don't speak patois, you might understand what she's talking about, so don't worry about it. Okay, so this is the music video for Uptown. I'm guessing he must have performed the same two songs at the same time, because it looks like he's in the same hairdo, same jacket, same lack of a shirt. Oh no, it is different. Oh, maybe it's not. There's definitely a confidence you got to come out on stage and say that, you know. Nice like a footwork. No, are you? You just can't help but move to the music, man. They're having a sick time in that audience. You just can't help You know, I just thought then, as it was ending, I'm like, music videos are such like epic, costly things these days, aren't they? The majority of the time. I mean, not all the time, but I know there are some real costly music videos out there. And you just think, gosh, this is such a simple, got the band in the back. He's still got the Mac on with the thigh highs and the thong. And just an audience crowd like that is all you need really, and they would give you that some proper 80s move in that audience. Like they were having a great time. I think, yeah, both music videos for me, obviously seeing that they're filmed at the same time, same outfit, and I guess my comments are probably similar for both. I think both of these songs to me were cool. Like I definitely think it's funny actually, I think I prefer Dirty Mind more this time round. Actually, Uptown, I don't know. I'm a little bit less like all up in the grill on Uptown, to be honest. Like it's still a vibe. Like it's still a vibe, but I think there were definitely other songs on the album for me that really spoke to me more than these two. But I do feel a little bit corrected, or I will be corrected by the first one a bit more. I think Dirty Mind actually is a bit more of a sicker tune than I originally gave it credit for. So the next one on here is the TV performance on Saturday Night Live. So I'm gonna presume. Now this is on Facebook, so I don't know whether I'm gonna be able to watch this because my Facebook doesn't currently work. If it was on YouTube, I think he would have put it on. So something's telling me that it's not gonna be any Prince. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna say it's this one. That was some good detective work I did there, I think. And I'm sure you'll tell me now, like, look, I linked this one because this was the right one. I'm sorry in advance. The Purple Underground. You're gonna talk about it or we're gonna see it, because as much as I'm sure your commentary is great, no, that's really rubbish. He's got that move down, that twirly move down.
Because of them have make mistakes, we can actually know, hey, all lies know the truth. Is it fair to kill the youth? Party up.
Ah, I wish this was all of it. This is such a, but you know, it's cool to see at least a clip of it. Yeah, it's a short. It's only 60 seconds. That's really upsetting. Because I would have loved to have seen that. And that's at the Ritz. I mean, there's an audio version, so maybe I listen to that. But I'm gonna want to see it. Okay, that's fine. I get the gist of that, I think. And then the last thing that you put on here is a B-sides track, which is Gotta Stop Messing Around About. Okay, here we go. That's a tune. That's a tune. That's a tune. As if that was the B side. Does the B side just basically mean it's not the main single, but you get it with? I seem to remember like when tracks used to come out, well, artists came out with B tracks before. It was like an accompaniment with the main single, but it wasn't the main one. But that definitely feels in the whole Dirty Mind era. Like the guitar that's coming through again, the synths that are coming through that as well, how it's placed, even the kind of like where how the beat drops. Gotta stop, gotta stop, messing about. Like it's just a little bit more janky. Like I don't know if janky is even a word, but you know what I mean. Like it's not like typical with them. It feels a little bit like disjointed almost, but like in a really cool way. I wasn't quite sure what, in the first kind of like 20, 30 seconds. But after like the first minute, I'm like, no, 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 this is a vibe still. Nice little vocals he's got going through in terms of there was a nice, really nice high run that he did, and I really like that synth that kind of came in and went like piercing, almost like that's definitely a vibe for me. So does that mean that this just wasn't released, or that it was? Oh, and when did this come out as well? Because if it was a B side that came out at the time, because this picture looks. I'm sure Samantha has told me this. My memory is so awful. I'm sure she said that this was that the Princess State had started to release some things. I think she will correct me. She will correct me. But yeah, I think either way, regardless, this is a vibe. I mean, it must have been around this time that it actually was made because it sounds as though it was on this album, and obviously you've included it within this, so it must be around this time as well. I like this. I actually think I prefer this to Uptown, which I know probably is a little bit controversial, but I think that's a vibe. I liked all the different bits. Like it seemed like it was like a textured song. Like there were different bits that were happening at different points, and it just wasn't a typical standard song to me in terms of its structure, in terms of verse, chorus, yes, in that sense. But in terms of how the melody went, it just didn't seem that linear, which was quite nice. I just liked it. Yeah, really like that vibe. I think as I'm gonna do the full concert because that's probably gonna be a little bit lengthy for me right now, and it is 20 to 1, so I'm gonna start editing some of this. So I'll probably react to that full concert tomorrow. But yeah, I'd love to know what everyone else thought of particularly the two music videos. You know, am I being too harsh on the outfit? Is actually because I suppose what is really sick is that from what I understand from the patrons that I've got that are Prince fans, none of that really pushed them away from Prince. If anything, kind of pushed them closer to him. The fact that he was out there living his truth, whatever that truth might have looked like. And I do wonder whether that would be the same for lots of other people, because that would definitely make me go, did you forget your shirt this morning? But at the same time, that doesn't detract. Well, it is a little bit distracting from what he's doing on the stage. But then when you look at the whole performance and therefore what he's singing about in this album in particular, it kind of it fits an image of again of shock factor of I'm gonna push this boundary as far as I can kind of get away with it and see. And I guess because he's such a young individual as well, and he's had the freedom in which to create, I guess that knows no bounds, including his attire, which I guess he's very famous for. The the Saturday Night Live performance unfortunately didn't show very much, but the clip I did see, again, the live version of that with the guitars and stuff sounded quite cool. And again, his confidence. Obviously, in the last bonus section we saw when he did that interview with something bandstand, I think it was, and it was the most awkward interview ever. It's a bit like when people talk about comedians, don't they? They say that they're so funny, but when you talk to them in real life, they're quite like not like that. And I can imagine for him, he's all about the music. He not necessarily wanting to be a public spokesperson. So that must have grown over time. But yeah, to see his confidence, I think that the SNL performance was like his debut on the live on that show. I don't know if that was his debut live ever, or it was just like debut live there, because ultimately the other performances, even though it was like his debut television appearance, the actual performances weren't necessarily live. So I wonder if that was his debut live performance. If that's the case, I really do want to watch the whole thing. But yeah, I don't know. I don't use Facebook, so that's why that's not on there. But anyway, I would love to know what you guys thought of this, and hopefully you're enjoying this purple journey with me. Like it gets ever more interesting for me the deeper we go down this path, because initially I set out to kind of find out a bit more about Prince because I just didn't know that much about him, and I feel that now I already have a better understanding than what I did 6 months ago. And that's really cool to kind of look back on all the different things I've seen so far, from the different concerts that I've seen. But the albums for me is what I'm really happy about. And I wouldn't have done that had it not been for the Patreon interest in Prince as well, because obviously I'm reacting to things that you're interested in too. And it's really, really quite special that that journey has left me with albums I can now appreciate, and really, which I didn't know anything about them. And if I'm honest, I likely would never have gone to Venture if it didn't have a space in this kind of way. So I'm really grateful for that, and I'm really grateful for you guys as well. So thank you very much for watching with me. If you did enjoy this, then please do drop me a like and subscribe. I'd be very, very grateful. And if you are wanting to kind of like get access to this journey and watch along with me, then please come over to Patreon, because they're uploaded pretty much as soon as they're done. And it is a great way to help support the channel. And I am doing this full time now, so I don't mind asking. But it does mean you get to interact with me more as well. And I have just included a whole new tier that for the price of one singular Mars bar, £1 fish, that you can actually show your support to the channel, and I'll be really, really grateful. So I'll leave that with y'all. But for now, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you on the next. Bye.